All right, Milliger fans, here we are, your garden girls, and we are talking about an exciting workshop that we have coming up, and this is our side pocket planner.
Okay, so we are offering this class in response to the fact that so many people asked about these planters, which we were making up just for sale in the store, but they were hanging in our workshop
Yes.
greenhouse and everybody loved them. So we are responding to that and offering two options this year. And one is this single row planter, which we have just added.
And it comes with the hanger, so that's what's hanging here off the side.
And then Kara has the double planter.
So two options there, and you get a choice of any of our bedding plants of the impatiens, begonias, and coleus. Lots of great.
We should back up.
Oh, woo!
The reason we're doing this is because
I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
you did not.
Okay.
But before you proceed,
All right.
Before you proceed, I just want to say that the reason we're doing this is we want you to have the most success. And so there are wonderful bedding plants that are really not well suited to this situation. So we want all the plants to be about the same size and to grow in sun or shade and to
Well, and to fill in nicely,
Yeah.
so you don't have it unbalanced.
Right.
Oh, good.
Okay,
I'm right.
Now
Right.
continue.
So this way, this combination had the most amount of wow when people walked into the greenhouse, just because, like my mom said, it fills in really nice. The plants tend to behave the same way, and you have a good contrast of your flowers and the mix of the coleus in there. So you have options. My mom over here is going to do the aren't you?
I am your mom. Yeah.
She's going to do the single one. And did you decide how you're going to do this? Because you don't have to do all three of these. Maybe you want to just do impatiens or just do begonias or just coleus. You know, you could do that, or any combination of that. But
Right. So I think I'll do
you're gonna
begonias.
you're going to do begonias. She's the begonia queen. So.
Yes, I love begonias. And I know how well they perform, and it's full sun to full shade for begonias.
Yeah, they're so versatile. So let me just show you a little close-up of what this, where'd it go? Where's the single one?
Oh,
Here, I just want to show you guys what it looks like. And she'll explain how she's planting. I'll do the double one at the same time. But that's how it looks. She has already put a layer of the potting soil here in the bottom. And so now she's going to start working with the plants. And the ones that we're using, they come, this is our bedding plants. And they come, the easiest ones to do are the ones that are in these 4-packs to be able to get in this correct size hole.
yeah, the larger ones
this
really,
down so they can
you end up crushing the root system, so this is perfect. And we want to start with the soil right at the same line as the bottom of the open circles.
And I'll do the same thing, except I'm doing the double, and I'm going to do a combination of the 3. So I've already got my soil here in the bottom layer, and then with the holes, I believe there's 6 here on the bottom. I'm just going to be alternating my impatiens, begonias, and coleus.
So the important thing, these will have been watered when you get here, and so they will not come crumbling out of the container. So what we're going to do is squeeze the cell, this is called a cell, and gently slide it out. Now this is almost the exact size of the little holes, but the holes have a perforation so that they open up when you put the plant in. So we go from the outside to the inside.
What I tend to do is put a hand here and just kind of guide it through ever so gently. You don't want to stretch it too much because you want to keep that hole, securing your plant. And then it just kind of rests on those, on the soil that you already put in there. So we're just going
So
around.
if you have that first layer of soil too tall, then the plants go in and they're like this, and we want them to be straight out. So Make sure that you don't overfill your container. This one has 12 around, but it only has the one layer. So
What have I got?
this shouldn't take very long to do, actually.
The hardest, I think, what takes the most amount of time is just picking out your plants. So we offer this class at different times, and you're welcome to come a little early and start picking out your plants, and also have a glass of wine while you're trying to decide. That is included with your class. I'm trying to remember what I did.
So these containers, if you were to just buy them, it would cost you more than this to make this project at your home. And we're offering it just so that you can get into the habit of filling this wonderful container. Because when you're finished, of course, it looks like a sphere of color. It's really amazing.
We have pictures of ones that were, planted on our website. So if you want to see ones that had been growing in the greenhouse, that was, like I said, stunners. Everybody was asking what they were. You can certainly do that. Check it out on the website.
And if you do this in the future, if you come back next year, you will get a credit for bringing your own container back. And if you're wondering, well, how long is that coir mat going to last on the inside? You should get a minimum of 2 years out of it, possibly 3. But we always carry replacement liners. So you don't have to imagine yourself cutting something and making the holes and all of that. We just
That is no fun.
Make it very easy for you.
And that just depends on how you're, taking care of it too. If you leave it outside and you're not, protecting it during the harsh winters, then it will break down a little bit faster. But if you can bring it in, get the plants out of there carefully, you can get a little more longevity out of it.
So since both of these are roughly 16, 17 inches across, we are figuring, so all right, so I have this row done. Okay, before we go any further, that's how that row
Wow,
looks.
you're fast.
And, well, you're almost done with 2 rows in the same time I did one, so you're faster. Okay, so now we're going to fill in the top layer. And of course, we're using Milliger soil, which is the same that we sell in the bag, which is the best soil you can use. And probably going to take at least one of these. And we're figuring 10 plants for the top, because it's kind of instant gratification.
Which is what we have to do here in Wisconsin. In the summertime or in springtime. We want things to fill in fast. We want to be able to enjoy it.
Now, we always like to encourage your own creativity. So if you were to say, well, I love this, but I would like some ivy hanging down, I would like something like that as an addition to the top row, you could do that. But trust me, you do not want to start changing up the varieties, but a little ivy or something, we can handle that much of a change. So I
We
think
have those nice little ivies.
Yeah,
that are
we
in that
have
little
some
2-inch pots that are.
So I think the best thing for the top is to go 7 around and 3 in the center. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's pretty full.
Yeah, change that.
Jam it in there, I guess, is what's happening here.
10, you said?
Well, it would just to be,
So now we're filling it up. It's just like making a lasagna. Anything like this that's layered, I always think of lasagna. I don't know. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, when you're doing it in layers,
Yes.
it's a good visual. And I like to kind of lay these ones out to make sure I like where they are on the top. This mine's a little more complicated over here.
Okay, and again, we would like the soil level to be even with the rim of the container. when we finish. So it's better to every time there's a project, there's someone who has the plants like 2 or 3 inches below surface level. It's going to take a long time for those plants to rise up out of that. So we want to make sure that that they're up high enough, and yet at the same time we don't want it mounding up, because if it's mounded, then when you water, the water's just going to roll right off, and it won't even get into the container. So, it's like Goldilocks. It's got to be just right.
So then we'll have this planted, or you'll have it planted, and then we'll grow it and hang it here in the greenhouse for you. And should be ready to pick up the end of May.
Yeah, we like to get it off to a good start. You know, it's not as if you couldn't leave it at your home, but the night temperatures in here are so much better, and at least what we've been having.
But
So that is what 10 plants look like in the top. All right, so 7 around and 3 in the center.
Now, how about eating? How about food?
Well, as usual, we're going to have wine for everybody.
Oh, I mean for the plants.
Oh, for the plants? Oh, okay.
No, sorry, we don't have food for you, but we do have
talk about
wine.
what's important here.
Yeah, I'll go get my favorite, or our favorite.
Well, yes. The new hybrid plants are all very heavy feeders. And because we're using a soil-less mix, that means there is technically no soil. It is all things like peat moss and bark and that type of a mix, specially formulated by our grower for the water, the pH of the water here. And so it's very scientific, and yet there's really virtually no food in it. All right, there's a little bit, but certainly not enough. So here is your answer to that. This is Algo Plus, and our favorite is geranium and patio plants. Now, if you aren't using geraniums, you can just cross off this word and put patio plants. That's what this is. This is going to make 100 gallons. So you take a capful and you put it in your sprinkling can, fill it up, water your container. And it's as easy as that. We know some people that do it absolutely every time they water. We're just saying once a week. So if you can get on that schedule and do it, we've got 20 weeks of good May, June, July, August, September, October.
Well, it's so rewarding. I mean, the amount of blooms and the health of the plant is significantly different. I mean, you'll just notice that the plant is much happier, and then so will you.
Right. So your success is what matters to us. And this is the way to succeed, by being. And one thing about a water-soluble fertilizer is that it forces you to water. So then you're paying attention to the watering needs of the plant as well as the nutrition.
All right, so we're hoping you guys are just as excited as we are for this awesome side pocket planter. Again, we just added the single one, so be sure to check those out. You can sign up in stores or online, and we'll see you soon.